And women today, like the modern women, they want the aesthetics of what a man is, but they actually don't want a man because they don't want to be submissive. And I know that's a word thrown out there. Women get scared of that.
Explain what you mean by submissive for those unaware.
Submissive as in respect. Being the peace, the calm, always, right? So if a lion is roaring, you have to learn how to quiet. You know, so it's just like women don't want to be submissive. Women don't want to be corrected. We're the only nation of women that say they don't need a man. And you have all these other nations. Those women aren't saying that because they know the greatness and the importance of a man being around, not just financially, but for beyond that. It's beyond finances. It's for the structure. It's for the balance.
Do not address me as a strong, independent black woman. It's not a compliment. I never hear a man that is raising children alone say, I'm mom and dad. He never becomes overly feminine because he's raising children. But we as women become overly masculine because we are raising children, because I'm mom and dad and I gotta do all these things, right? And now I put extra stuff on me and then I say, ain't nobody helping me. Well, nobody told you to do that. There is help available, all because I was trying to overcompensate for what daddy wasn't doing. I didn't have to be mom and dad because when you think of something strong, you do not think of coming to the aid of it. So when we are looked at and walk around as strong, what we're putting out is, I do not need assistance. I don't need your help. So anytime a man says, oh, I love it, you're so strong. I said, no, I'm not strong. I'm resilient. I'm not independent. I'm interdependent. Because nobody ever comes to the aid of the strong person.
No one can hold black women accountable. Black women, unfortunately, we have adopted this mentality that I can do whatever I want to do and can't nobody tell me anything. And this is why we are where we're at. We live in a very selfish, egotistical society now that nobody cares. If you're a black woman and to hold black women accountable, you have to be ready to fight because it's going to come with a lot. I'm always thinking about how young girls are being influenced. So what us grown women are doing, it's influencing these girls to do these out of control, I don't care attitudes. They have the most disgusting attitudes and you can't even check them.
What's your favorite thing about black men?
Nothing. Black men suck.
They're
bad. They cheat. They don't care. I'm with the white boys.
What's your favorite thing about black men?
Nothing.
Why is that?
I don't like black men. Not very many meet my standard.
What's your favorite thing about black men?
Nothing. They're just terrible.
Because they have their moms who say I could do whatever I want. So can't no one hold us accountable. Not a black man. Your white boss probably, that's probably the only one who can tell us what to do because he pay us. A gay man can tell us what to do. If it's a black woman or a black man, a straight black man, we don't want to hear it.
Even when you just said that, because I'm thinking about the guest that we just had, she admitted that, her father wasn't a productive father, which I guess justify why she is allowed to say negative things about black men. It's okay for black women to say stuff like that. Like, they will critique a lot of black men sometimes with, oh, you must hate your mother. Like, we get that a lot. You must hate your mother.
But they say that to me, I must hate my mom.
Yeah, like,
black women accountable.
When black women have these negative thoughts about black men, nobody says you must hate your father. And it's clearly true.
Yeah.
That one experience can cause you to have a whole hatred towards men. And for some reason, that's valid.
The most toxic thing that you've ever done?
Okay, let's do this. All right, take him to court and then get a good divorce lawyer, of course. Take him for half of the retirement. Take them half of their property, and then fight them for higher child support, okay? And a couple of years from now, hit you up for more child support every 3 years. Every 3 years, you go up from maybe 200 to 300 to 400 to 500, you bring it up to $2,000 per child. Per child. But I got one child right here. Kaylin right here. Her daddy paying child support for her, of course, it always is.
I had like 8 abortions in total.
I had 2 abortions this year. We
listen, but we don't judge.
These are the requirements that you need to have in order to date me, a single mom of 3 kids. Number 1 is that you need to be making at least $130K a year, and you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make $130K or more, then you are out of my fucking league. How do you expect to give me money for my kids if you only make $50K a year? Second is I don't date men that are younger than me because for obvious reasons. So if you are 26 and over, then you qualify. 26 to 35 is the age limit, okay? I feel like 35 is pushing it because they look old as fuck already. So I'm 26, I'm a baby, so yeah. You have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. So I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you, I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So that's why I require you to have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're going to be dating me. Another requirement is that you have to have a property under your name, and you have to be looking into getting your second property. Have to get a home that has 6 rooms because each of my kids have to be in their own room. So you have to be considerate. Purchase a house that has 6 rooms because that's only common sense, like. And if you cannot meet those requirements, then you're not the fucking one. The last requirement is that it has to be pink. If it's not pink, no. Pink and brown go together. Pink and brown, like what? Duvalin, you know?
So this man that I was talking to hit me up like, hey baby, I just got out the hospital. I'm hungry. Can you get me some Red Lobster? I can't do nothing I could pray for you. I could tell you I'm sorry to hear that. Pay for your food. Are you out your mind? Bitch, I'm the one using you for money. How you gonna ask me for something?
To get a man is if you keep men in rotation. It's just like a job. It's easier to get a job if you already have a job, right? Same thing with energy with men. If you are looking for a relationship, or if you want to be in one, it's important for you to be dating multiple people, or for you to be dating another person, so that that energy is flowing, so that the person that you actually want to be with can feel, oh, she has options. She's not desperate. She is a high value woman. Don't think that just by being single and not having nobody that you're just being super available and that's attractive. It's not. A man only is going to want you if he knows that other men want you.
I have never seen a woman make a broke man rich, but I've seen plenty of men make broke women rich. Do you think that we have a problem in society? We definitely do. We got many of them. But why is it that, like, a woman will never stay with a broke man, but a broke man has no problem, like, providing and building up a broke woman? Because the thing is like, nowadays, most broke women don't even think they're broke. They just think that they're dating the wrong man. But then they'll look at a guy who's, like, working fucking 60 hours a week at a job that doesn't really pay that much, but he's doing his fucking best, and she'll look at him and be like, that's broke boy energy. No, that's hubby energy, actually. That's fucking husband material, actually. I feel like as women, we have such a, like, strong desire to be taken care of that we forget that, like, men are human beings.
Do rich men get with women who are not wealthy? I hate to say broke, but women
You can say broke. You hate to say broke because women don't self-identify as broke. And
that's not what it is.
Because he can't take you where you can't afford to take yourself.
Broke is a mentality to me, and that's why.
All right, your mentality and your bank account is broke. Broke is a mentality. She's trying to play word game. Women do not self-identify as broke. They could be got in the club free dudes and bought them a drink, roll with their homegirl, and they live with their auntie, and still won't identify themselves as broke.
Every successful man is because they have an amazing woman with them.
Not really. You guys come when we build the castle. Like, you wouldn't date someone who doesn't have his own apartment.
So when the guy's a businessman, he's making money, that's when he gets the girl, right? So you guys come when there's a nest. That's why they call you chicks, right? Okay. You guys are all gold diggers.
But you know what the thing is with me? I need somebody that knows how to tame me real good. So you have to know how to.
Are you a fucking caged animal? Why the fuck I gotta tame you?
I am a caged animal.
That's a problem. You need therapy.
No,
okay?
I've been to therapy.
Niggas don't need to tame a woman. we do so much in our everyday life already.
That's your natural
Why the fuck?
habitat.
Can I speak, please?
Wait,
when I come home, right? When I come home, I don't want to have to tame my woman.
No.
If I'm providing for you and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing as a man, right? Why the fuck would I want to come home after dealing with all that shit and then have to tame my girl? Like as if you some animal.
It's not like you have to tame me in a sense of like if there's something going on every single day. It has to do with like, you know, a day-to-day thing as far as like, you know, I might be in a bad mood or I might be trying to do something that I want to do and you're telling me not to do what I want to do and I might want to do it. So that might be combative for me because I'm very bossy. I'm sorry.
A lot of women will go and get beta males because he's not gonna say a thing. He's gonna let you run amok. He's gonna let you do what you want to do. And we you know we've gotten to the point where we don't want to be alone. But so we want somebody.
Yes. Yep.
But then we want somebody that's not gonna tell us nothing.
Right. Right.
We want somebody that's not gonna hold us accountable. We want somebody we could talk to, flip out the mouth. You know, at the end of the day, the whole thing is we wanted to escape order. So we fled to independence because we wanted to escape order because the order that we saw was not really order. So let me talk about the bad word here.
Go ahead.
Submission.
That's not a bad word. I don't think that's a bad word.
No. It's a bad word by nature.
Oh, okay. Got you.
If you say it to the average woman, especially one that's out of order, she's gonna say, I want a part of that.
Right.
I couldn't be with a masculine man because I'm masculine. So if I was to find the guy that just so happened, you know what I'm saying, it just connects and that's just what's meant for me. I would really want him to be feminine. I would want him to shut the fuck up and cook and clean and do all that type of shit.
Women more in their masculine energy will like more effeminate boys or men. We are seeing this massively over the past few years. And men are feeding into it because they themselves are not becoming more masculine. We've been feminizing men for a long time now. Intentionally, because weaker men are easier to control.
It's a masculinity for me. So I like feminine men. If you paint your nails, if you're like a little feminine, if you give me that energy, like maybe like you're a bottom, I love
men who are masculine, but they don't know why they're masculine. That's where I draw the line.
That's where we draw. When really it's low-key. So Loki's written through a female gaze as opposed to Thor. That's men. That's right. Which is ironic because that's a patriarchal standard. Right. Like men have to be big and strong and.
So who said that?
Men, not I.
Nor I.
I was like, that doesn't mean dog shit to me.
Literally. I mean, who is always in this conversation? Harry Styles, Shawn Mendes, all these like really effeminate men, and it's like they're jealous of that because it's like they're scrawny. They don't even live.
Simps are just men that honor women. And it's just a way for men to shame men that honor women. They call them simps.
Women think that the key is to fix a man to be and perform like a woman. That's why she think they broken. Oh, men are broken. No, you're broken because you're still trying to force this man to be your version of a woman that you like sleeping with. So if you do all of that, and then you be romantic and bring her flowers. Now, men don't like this romantic stuff. This is all women stuff, right? But you want to force a man to perform for this movie you got in your head. So you want him to come bring you roses. You don't care about what he wants. You don't care about what's going on with him because men lead in suicide. They lead in alcoholism. They lead in. You don't care about what's causing this man to crack under all this pressure. You don't care. You still want him to go to work, 12 hours a day, come home and make you a romantic dinner, rub your back, rub your feet, and screw you in a way that is just so mind-blowing that you can think about this for eternity. Women don't listen to men. Women think that men were created to serve them. So if you ain't serving them, they don't want to hear nothing you got to say, because at the end of the day, women think that this is we need to teach males to do this. Women want men to be women. Women want society to transform a male into a female. Women hate women. Women hate each other. But they want to get a man and then make him embody all of the characteristics of a woman.
We find it funny how black women always want to talk about the black man, but as soon as the black man starts disrespecting the black woman, oh, well, he hates women. He has to be gay. Well, blame the mother, because it is a cycle in the black community. If the father is in the household, 9 times out of 10, the black women don't want to listen to a man because the white people have taught black women, you can do it on your own. You don't need a man. So when a man tells you to shut the up because he sees something that is about to happen and you don't listen, you run the man away. Nobody wants to listen. Black women do not listen. If we want the black man to be in the household, we are going to have to learn how to take a back seat and close our mouths. Me, especially. I had to learn the hard way. We run the men away because we've been taught to be so masculine and nobody wants to take accountability. Black women, you are the issue.